Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank you for convening this important hearing. I want to just start by just noting that I hope that we can all commend the Biden-Harris administration for their actions to prevent a serious disorder at the border following the expiration of Title 42, which I believe was the right decision. As a proud immigrant myself and a patriotic American, we certainly have to focus on a humane and secure border, but also have legal pathways to let people continue to come to this country and be part of our experience. We know that immigrants make our country stronger, and we are a nation of immigrants. Congressional Democrats and President Biden have taken clear actions to improve border security. We have provided unprecedented resources to the men and women who protect our borders, and President Biden has implemented numerous policies to bolster the health and well-being of border security. Now, House Republicans, on the other hand, have opposed greater funding to frontline agencies, including Customs and Border Protection. And House Republicans have called to defund our federal law enforcement agencies, claiming oftentimes and weaponizing them to further political agendas. Now, Democrats know we have a responsibility to support the well-being of all federal employees. And as mayor of Long Beach, California, I work closely with all of our employees and was proud to have the support of our local police department. Today, I'm glad we're addressing concerns of federal law enforcement agencies. The work that they do is very important. But I believe we have a responsibility to support all federal employees who serve our country, and that's everything from DHS to the U.S. Postal Service. However, today I'm very concerned that we're holding a hearing today on the basis of a flawed report and with a witness with a problematic record. Now, Mr. Cuffari is a witness who repeatedly refused to comply with this committee's requests for meetings and information, and he sought to block congressional oversight at every turn. It is actually ironic that we are dealing with a politicized and problematic report, given his own department's staff morale challenges. Now, on September 23rd, 2022, a letter was published that was drafted, and I quote, by concerned DHS OIG employees representing every program office at every grade level. The letter claimed that Inspector General Cuffari, quote, no longer has the support of his workforce, end quote, and that staff fear retaliation if they speak up about the multitude of issues at the office. Staff made the startling claim that DHS OIG, quote, will continue to fail under the IG's disastrous leadership, end quote. Now, the concerns about this witness go on and on, from his resigning under ethical concerns earlier in his career, allegations of deliberately delaying essential oversight reports, and alerting and covering up critical investigatory facts. Now, we all know that the Inspector General is currently under investigation by the Council of the Inspector General on Integrity and Efficiency, CIGI. Now, but rather than cooperate with legitimate oversight efforts, the Inspector General has filed a lawsuit against CIGI in a desperate attempt to escape scrutiny or consequences for failures and transgressions. Now, it is unacceptable that the individual entrusted to investigate fraud, waste, and abuse in our third largest executive department believes that he is above the law, believes that his office is above scrutiny from Congress, and believes that he is beyond reproach for his own potential perpetrations of fraud, waste, and abuse. Now, under Inspector General Cuffari's leadership, the Department of Homeland Security Office of Inspector General has developed a pattern of flawed and misleading investigations, including a failure to report sexual misconduct and harassment at DHS, and a failure to investigate and disclose to Congress missing Secret Service text messages from the January 6th insurrection. I would also like to briefly address the report on which this hearing is based, a report that is misleading, non-representative of the broader agency, and deeply flawed. The DHS Office of Inspector General claimed that the purpose of their work was to gain insight into staffing. Instead, the report made sweeping generalizations about morale at CBP and ICE. The report has mathematical errors and misleading tables and graphs. DHS OIG even states that their work was conducted in accordance with, quote, generally accepted government auditing standards, with the exception of data reliability. And I don't know about all of you, but with the exception of data reliability seems like a pretty big exception to me. Now, we need an IG in place at DHS who is able to perform high-quality audit work with integrity, objectivity, and independence, or we will never have the accountability and transparency that we need and that we deserve from this agency. We should expect better. I look forward to this hearing only for the opportunity for our members to raise long-standing concerns. We have serious challenges to address at our borders, and I look forward to building solutions to address them. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.